Hi, this is Sanjana. I'm the verbal coach at mockcat.com, and today I shall be solving what was probably the easiest RC in CAT 2023. In case if you haven't solved this RC as yet, please pause the video and solve it first. You should have it right above this video, and in case if you're watching it on YouTube, you will have the link to this RC at mockcat, so you can just get access to it with a free registration. And if you're looking to crack CAT and get into an IM or another top B school, you want to prep with 99.9 plus percentilers, then definitely subscribe at mockcat.com. There's a whole lot of resources for you. So on that note, let's start off with this RC itself. The majority of the questions are either direct multiple sort of questions or questions where we have to eliminate options or inferential questions. So we shall solve the questions after we have gone through the RC itself. So starting with the passage, residents of Lozère, a hilly department in southern France, recite complaints familiar to many rural corners of Europe. So Lozère might also be, a village or a rural area in France, and they have complaints which are similar to all rural areas in France. There are 2 or 3 more examples which are given. The exact names and all are definitely not important. If you are a student, you already know that these are things which I recommend you don't need to focus too much on. So what are the complaints? There's a lack of local schools, jobs, or phones and internet connections. Farmers of grazing animals add another concern, the return of wolves. So internet connectivity, lack of good schools, jobs, and the return of wolves. These are the major concerns that not just in Lozère, across Europe in many villages or many rural areas, people have these issues. Eradicated from France last century, the predators are gradually creeping back to more forests and hillsides. So wolves had actually been eradicated in the previous century, but now they are again coming back. They're gradually creeping back to forests and to hillsides. And Lozère, of course, seems to be a prime area for the wolves. The wolf must be taken in hand, said an aspiring parliamentarian when pressed by voters in an election campaign early this summer. Again, you see, I didn't focus on the name much. Tourists enjoy visiting a wolf park in Lozère, but farmers fret over their livestock and their livelihoods. So while there are multiple issues which are mentioned, from this paragraph, we can see that it seems to be more around wolves. So these wolves, they had been eradicated. They were not there, but now they are again gradually creeping back. So slowly they are coming back. And who is it impacting? It is impacting farmers. Tourists actually enjoy visiting a wolf park, but farmers have issues because of their livestock, right? So their cattle or sheep or whatever they have and their own livelihood. So maybe the wolves are also damaging their crops or something like that. So I'll just put. Now I'm just putting cattle because I want to write in short. I don't want to spend time writing longer words, but you definitely can write something like LS or LH or something like that. Whatever shortcuts work for you. CAT is an exam where we have limited time, so we don't want to take too long notes. We definitely don't want to write full sentences. We will probably not have the time for that. Now, while I started by saying that we will solve the questions at the end, if you see, this is not what I call a direct multiple question where the answer is sort of like across multiple parts of the passage. We already know what are the issues which are there, so we can take a stab at it. This is something I would definitely recommend because what it does is it improves your accuracy because you are reading it, it's fresh in your memory, and then you're quickly solving it. And on top of it, it also saves you time. If I would solve it at the end, I would definitely have to come back to the first paragraph and double check because for sure we're not going to remember the entire passage, right? So it's going to save us time and it's definitely going to boost our accuracy. So if you can do it without sort of splitting your focus, give it a shot. I would recommend that you try it out. In case if you feel that, oh, this is what if there's something which is given later, you can always save and mark for review, and then once you're done with the entire passage, you can come back to this question once more. So we know that the issues are schools, jobs, phone and internet concern, and return of wolves. So we are going to eliminate those because the question is the inhabitants of Lozère have to grapple with all of the following problems except. Now what this means is 3 out of these 4 are problems that the people of Lozère are actually grappling with. They're actually fighting. We find those probably from this part and then we eliminate them. Whatever is not a problem, that becomes the right answer. So we are looking to eliminate lack of local schools, lack of jobs, or lack of phone and internet connections, and of course the return of wolves. So poor rural communication infrastructure is another way of saying that there's a lack of phone and internet connection. So this is something which is a problem, so we can eliminate it. Lack of educational facilities, again, nothing but local schools, right? Decline in the number of hunting licenses. Now, this is probably something which will come later, but this doesn't seem to be a problem that they have. Livestock losses, definitely a problem because wolves are attacking their livestock and their livelihood. So this is something which we can eliminate, and option 3 probably becomes the right answer. And again, if you're concerned, hey, I've not read about this hunting license, what if this is something which is there? Just keep this question ahead, or just mark it, do a save and mark for review, and you can check it once you read the hunting licenses, or better, once you come to the end of the passage. So in the meantime, let's read on. As early as the 9th century, the Royal Office of the Lupari or wolf catchers was created in France to tackle the predators. Those official hunters completed their job in the 1930s when the last wolf disappeared from the mainland. Active hunting and improved technology such as rifles in the 19th century plus the use of poison caused the population collapse. But it's a very important word. In the early 1990s, the animals reappeared. So what had happened in the previous century, from the 9th century all the way till the 20th century, they were trying to kill wolves. And particularly in the 19th century, which is 1801 to 1900, they had active hunting, better technology in terms of better guns, as well as the use of poison. And all of this helped in probably getting rid of the wolves faster. Ultimately, it was all of the wolves died, right? So the last wolf disappeared means there were no more wolves. Whether the wolves went to other countries or whether they were all killed, there were no more wolves. But in the early 1990s, the animals have reappeared, right? The wolves are coming back. They crossed the Alps from Italy, upsetting sheep farmers on the French side of the border. Wolves have since spread to areas such as Lozère, delighting environmentalists. So farmers are the ones who have an issue with this. The people who are okay with this is tourists and environmentalists, who see the predator's presence as a sign of wider ecological health. So environmentalists are saying that this is something which is positive from an ecological perspective. Tourists, of course, are just enjoying visiting a wolf park. Farmers who say that the wolves cause the deaths of thousands of sheep and other grazing animals are less cheerful. Now that we know it's sheep, it's not really necessary, but I can change this to sheep. They grumble that green activists and politically correct urban types have allowed the return of an old enemy. So pretty strong words. The farmers are really against the wolves. They consider them their enemies, which is something which makes sense because it's attacking their livelihood as well as their livestock or their sheep or other grazing animals that they have. Now, a lot of the times, the first sentence of every paragraph is going to tell us what that particular paragraph is about. And here we understand that in this paragraph, we are going to understand why there have been changes in the past few decades, which means what has happened that the wolves have come back. Since this entire passage is about, the return of wolves to France, this would definitely be something important. So I will take notes. Rural depopulation is part of the story. So one reason for the wolves to come back is rural population is reducing. So I can just write population reducing. This is just my symbol for reducing, since we know that the wolves are coming back to rural areas as well as hilly areas. In Lozère, for example, farming and a once flourishing mining industry supported a population of over 140,000 residents in the mid-19th century. Today, the department has fewer than 80,000 people, many in its towns. So if we see, the population is almost half. We don't need to remember the exact numbers, but we can see that it's a drastic decrease in population. As humans withdraw, forests are expanding. So population reducing is also leading to an increase in forests, which makes sense that, that is probably what is attracting the wolves back. Again, we have numbers about, how much the forest cover has increased. All we need to know is that it's increased. The exact numbers don't matter. No one's going to ask you, between which year to which year did the forest cover increase, or by how much is it increasing on average, because then everybody will answer it, right? Now, nearly 1/3 of mainland France is covered by woodland of some sort. So this is important that, a major chunk of France is covered with woodlands, which is again another name for forests or some form of greenery. The decline of hunting as a sport also means more forests fall quiet. So more forests are there, and what has happened is there is less hunting. So forests are increasing, but hunting is reducing. So all the more the animals are back. Again, we have numbers. So there were 2 million hunters in the mid to late 20th century. Now there's only 1.1 million people that have hunting licenses, and the number of active hunters is probably lower. So if we see the number of people who consider themselves hunters, who hold probably, we need to have a license for hunting in France. And if we see the number of people who hold this license, it's become almost half. It's gone from 2 million to 1.1 million. And of these, the author saying obviously not everybody will be active. The mostly protected status of the wolf in France, plus the efforts of NGOs to track and count the animals, also contribute to the recovery of wolf populations. And then over here, I was just reading it to make sure that, my flow is sort of continuing. So hunting is forbidden. So which is, what is the protected status of the wolf? Other than when occasional culls are sanctioned by the state. So once in a while, the government could sanction, okay, we are going to cull, or we are going to, kill or eliminate all of the wolves. Aside from that, hunting wolves is forbidden. So there's less hunting, and on top of it, the wolf is a protected animal. It has a protected status. And NGOs are also working to protect, or at least to count, and they're making efforts to ensure that the wolves survive. So these are all of the reasons why the wolves have come back. Initially, we had the Lupari. There were a lot of people who the state was basically paying them to, or had at least organized them to ensure that they were hunting the wolf, and all of the wolves were eliminated because of rifles, because of use of poison, and so on. Now what is happening? Rural human population is reducing, forest cover is increasing, and fewer people are hunting, way fewer people are hunting, and the wolf itself has a protected status. NGOs are actively trying to sort of, ensure that the wolf lives. Environmentalists are also happy about it. So just drawing a connect between environmentalists and NGOs. So all of these are the reasons why the wolf is coming back. Now, quickly at this point, now that we have understood the context in which hunting licenses is mentioned, you might be thinking that, okay, but lower hunting licenses is something which is leading to the wolf coming back. But if you say it's not a direct problem, yes, it's something which is leading to wolves coming back. But all of these others, right, they are definitely grumbling about. They don't have telephone and internet. They have less schools and jobs. They are having livestock losses as a result of wolves. But then hunting licenses is something which is leading to more wolves and so on. So that would not be something which they are specifically having an issue with. So option 3 now we can comfortably say is the right answer. As the lupine population of Europe spreads westwards, with occasional reports of wolves seen closer to urban areas, so now they have also started coming to urban areas. Expect to hear of more clashes between farmers and those who celebrate the predator's return. So who are the people who are celebrating the predator's return? Primarily it's environmentalists, also NGOs, people who are working in NGOs, as well as tourists who are enjoying the wolf park. Farmers' losses are real, but are not the only economic story. Tourist venues such as parks where wolves are kept and animal spread is discussed also generate incomes and jobs in rural areas. Now, farmers are saying that, hey, my livelihood is reducing, my sheep, my livestock are being killed by wolves. Maybe, crops are also damaged or something else could be happening. Definitely, we know that. For farmers, their income is something which is reducing. But that is not the only story. On the flip side, tourism, people who are wanting to see wolves, that is also leading to more money and more jobs. Let me just put a dollar sign. You can also put a rupee sign to show money and jobs. So this is sort of the flip side, right? So on one hand, we have farmers. On the other hand, we have environmentalist people in NGOs who are happy, and tourists also like it. And that also has a positive. So while there definitely are negatives with the wolves returning, especially for farmers, there are positives of the wolves coming back from an ecological perspective, as well as directly from a monetary or a job perspective. So we can see that the author is not really advanced an opinion. While the majority of the passage is discussing this return of wolves, the author has not said whether it's good or bad, right? The author said that while farmers' losses are real, it's not the only economic story. So the author has definitely been unbiased and looked at both sides. Now that we've understood this, let's solve the remaining questions. Which one of the following has not contributed to the growing wolf population in Lozère? Again, we know the reasons: rural depopulation, increasing forest cover, fewer people hunting, the protected status of the wolves, NGOs. So we are looking to find these reasons. Whichever has been given as a reason for the wolf population increasing, we eliminate it. Whatever's left, that's the one which is not contributing to the growing population. So that becomes the right answer. Okay. So looking at the options, the granting of a protected status to wolves in Europe. So let me just check if the protected status has been given all through Europe. And yes, that's exactly right. So this is one of the reasons for the growing wolf population. So we can eliminate it. The shutting down of the Royal Office of the Lupari. I don't think this is something which is mentioned. We were told that they completed their job, but we weren't told that their office has been shut down. Right, the official hunters completed their job in the 1930s, but we haven't been told that the office has been shut down. So this potentially can be the right answer. An increase in woodlands and forest cover in Lozère. This is something which is definitely mentioned. It's also specifically mentioned with respect to Lozère because we have been told that the residents have reduced almost by half, and as humans withdraw, forests are expanding. So this again we can eliminate. And decline in the rural population of Lozère, I was just speaking about it. So this is also given. So option 2 becomes the right answer because this office has not been shut down. The author presents a possible economic solution to an existing issue facing Lozère. So this part is the easiest. The existing issue facing Lozère is nothing but the return of wolves. So what could possibly be the economic solution? We know that, on one side we have farmers where they have economic problems, their livestock, their livelihood is being threatened. On the other hand, because of environmentalist efforts and primarily because of tourism, there's an increase in money and there's an increase in jobs. So that's something which is mentioned here. So maybe this could be the economic solution that takes into account the divergent and competing interests of, let's say you don't understand the meaning of divergent, right? It's fine because we can use the word competing and understand. Now we are looking at two groups that are competing. On one side, we have to have farmers. On the other side, we could have environmentalists or tourists or even NGOs. We would definitely prefer tourists. So let's look for something like that. Tourists and environmentalists, this has to be wrong because they are not competing, right? So their interests are not divergent, they're not separate, they're actually similar. So we can eliminate option 1. Environmentalists and politicians. This could be the right answer because there was one particular politician who had said that we have to solve the problem of the wolves, but something like, farmers and environmentalists or farmers and tourists would be preferable. So let's keep reading. Politicians and farmers, definitely not the case. The only politician who's been mentioned was actually supporting farmers. Farmers and environmentalists, this is really good. Best, of course, would have been farmers and tourists, but definitely environmentalists are the ones who are cheering with the wolf coming back. They're actively, the NGOs and all are actively trying to count wolves and contributing to the recovery. So this has got to be the right answer. Now, as we were speaking about inferring the meanings of words which we might particularly not know, another thing struck me. Here again, if you don't understand what is the word lupine, what does it mean, we can infer that since the author is speaking only about humans and wolves, so lupine has to be like an adjective form of wolves, which is exactly what it is. Now, coming to the last question, this is an inferential question. Which one of the following statements, if true, would weaken the author's claims? So what all has the author told us here? Wolves are back. These are all the reasons. So we could look for something attacking this reason. And wolves coming back is harming farmers for this. But tourists and environmentalists are happy, and that is also leading to positives. So let's look for something which weakens any one of these parts. Wolf attacks on tourists in Lozère are on the rise. Now, this is something which is definitely weakening the author's claim because the author is saying that while farmers' losses are real, that's not the only economic story because tourist venues are generating incomes and jobs in rural areas. However, if wolves start attacking tourists, then tourists are not going to come to wolf parks, or at least, far fewer tourists are going to come, right? So that is definitely going to reduce this. And this definitely is something which is weakening the author's claims. Unless we have something which is weakening the author's claims even more, option 1 would be the right answer here. Okay. just get rid of this. Having migrated out in the last century, wolves are now returning to Lozère. This is exactly right, because we've been told that, I think it was 1930 or something when, the last wolf was eradicated, and now wolves are coming back. So this is something actually in line with what the author is saying, so we can eliminate it. The old mining sites of Lozère are now being used as grazing pastures for sheep. So what we'd been told was that, in Lozère there was farming and a once flourishing mining industry. Since it was once flourishing, we can infer that now that is not flourishing. As a result, population has reduced, and as population is reducing, forests are expanding. So it could be that, now the mining sites, they don't have forests as yet, but they definitely seem to have grasslands, because, it's being used as pastures, as grazing pastures for sheep. It's not something which is weakening per se. I mean, if we start thinking in terms of, oh, but it isn't a forest, they are grazing sheep, so it's helpful and all, that'd be too much of a sort of a stretch, right? All we are concerned with is because mining is not happening, there are fewer people, and that itself is something which is leading to wolves coming back. Even if in that area we don't have forest cover, it would still be fine. So we can eliminate this option. Unemployment concerns the residents of Lozère. This is also something which is weakening the author's claim a bit, because the residents who are primarily farmers, if they feel that yes, jobs are good, and as a result maybe wolves are good because it's leading to more tourism revenue and more jobs and all, that could potentially weaken. However, as a farmer, I would definitely be more concerned with my livelihood and my livestock, and I would not want to go and find some other job related to a wolf park or something like that. So while this is weakening very less, so we can go for the first option here. So that's it for this RC, and definitely subscribe if you haven't yet, because I'll be solving an RC a day. So hopefully that helps you for your CAT preparation. And any doubts that you have, just put it in the chat. If you are a mock CAT student, of course you have doubt clearing in every class, so you can come off and ask. And if you haven't yet signed up at mockcat.com, what are you waiting for? Start off right away and prep with 99.9+ percentilers. All the best.